Okay.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the episode 2 of 10 Minutes of Wisdom. For episode 2, we fly from Australia to France. In episode 1, we covered attack path management, which was a very good session. If you guys have missed out, you can go through that session again. It's in my profile. For the second session, I have my very dear friend from France, Benoit, who has taken his time to talk about risk management, especially cyber risk management. And before we start on the session, again a disclaimer: this is a personal podcast that we are just doing for benefit of the cyber community. So these thoughts or opinions that we are presenting, it's all personal. We are not representing our employers. We are not representing any companies. So if we are doing any mistake, please help us correct ourselves. So we are always happy to learn and grow. On that note, I will just ask Benoit to introduce himself and just talk a bit of his experience on
Mm.
cyber risk management.
Hi, Daniel. Thank you for having me today. It's a pleasure being here with you and share that 10 minutes of wisdom. I've been working in security for ages. I think it really started like last century. I was specialized in network security at the time and got my cultural revolution in the middle of the 2010s. Um, and yes, I chose at that moment to focus on risk management and especially cyber risk management because I think it's the best way to make people in an organization share the same language. So, and in security, I've been doing a lot of things. I've been a project manager. I've been a consultant. I've been implementing firewalls in my early career. So yeah, here am I today.
Okay, so yeah, so that's exactly what my point is. Like you have been a technical resource, and now you're looking at risk management. So from cyber security consultant perspective, who's quite technical, eventually when you have now grown and matured, what are the common misconceptions you feel cybersecurity engineers have about risk management, and what are the common mistakes they do?
So, in my opinion, and from my own experience, I've been meeting at the same time both people who are really technical and willing to have the best protection possible for their organization from a technical perspective. Once again, they want to have the greatest and latest of every single technology, etc., etc. But what they sometimes forget is what they are really trying to protect.
Okay.
So, and at the same time, we have people trying to achieve business objectives. We have people trying to achieve growth, etc., etc. And for them, cybersecurity is just a cost, and they don't realize the benefits they can get from cybersecurity. So, what's interesting with a proper risk assessment in an organization is to ensure that both cybersecurity and business can share a common language. And that language is based on understanding what we really need to protect inside the organization. That can be, if it's manufacturing, that can be protecting your assets in a factory. If that's service, that can be protecting your customers' data, etc., etc. So you need to understand this. You need to understand what your assets are, what you don't want to happen to these assets. What is the typical attack you don't want to take place? That can be ransomware, that can be DDoS, etc., etc. You have to use that famous triad, confidentiality, integrity, availability, and choose what you don't want to happen in your organization. And then the risk assessment allows you to unfold all the path that would enable an attacker to harm your assets.
Okay.
And that, at the end, allows the business to understand what they would lose if such thing happened. And that would help the technical guys to understand what they really need to protect and what they really
Exactly.
need to focus on.
So basically, a technical guy then now can use his amazing skills to protect the right thing, not waste time on some other vulnerability or some other aspects of cyber where value for business is not much. So that's a great anecdote you shared there. So
And if you
yeah,
allow me, that's really complementary with attack path management.
yeah, yes,
Yes, because all these links to understanding what the attack surface is, what the passes are, and where we need to focus once again.
yes. So, like, because you have so much amazing experience and also you have worked with a lot of CISOs and have been a uh, consultant to a lot of CISOs. So, what are the core challenges that you feel that they are facing, and how do you address or how do you consultant consult them to address those issues?
So the main challenges were not with CISO, were more with CFOs and CEOs,
Mm,
because CISOs understand cyber,
mm,
but CFOs, CEOs usually don't have that cyber perspective on things. So
yep.
uh, you need to take things from the bottom up, understand what the organization is trying to achieve, what the strategic goals are,
Mhm,
and then decline this to what the infrastructure, how the infrastructure is used to achieve those goals, and where the vulnerabilities might be, where the attack can unfold, etc., etc. So you really have to start from how the company achieves its goal, and then all the way up to technology and cyber security. So I'd say my main challenge were to take the CEOs and CFOs to that long walk,
mm,
explaining, to open the books, tell me how you do things, explain me, and it's a game of asking questions and
yep.
questions and questions, and people were always telling me, what is the job you're doing? And I was answering, I'm a consultant, I'm paid to answer by two questions when I'm asked one question.
Yeah, so I think you absolutely spot on. Like a CISO, his ability to convert technical cyber risk into layman's management terms, where they can clearly help a CFO quantify the risk and help entire management take a decision on it. And that's the I think the golden trophy that any CISO is looking for. So, if as a cyber enthusiast, like for example, I've spent, like you, decades of time in implementing security solutions, but now I'm interested in moving towards risk, or any newbie coming out of the college who wants to develop career in risk, what are the risk management frameworks you would um, you would recommend them to develop their skills on? And also their practical skills. And yeah, and the second part is, like do you know any forums or any certifications that would be helpful for them?
Uh, I think the best place to start is using ISO 27005. It's the part of 20001 specific on risk management. We also have in France a dedicated framework that was developed by our own national cybersecurity agency, which is
Oh,
called
okay.
ABIOS. And it's interesting because you have to consider it as a toolbox. It's full
Mm,
of like workshops, documents you can use, and that really will help you walk the path once again, from the asset to the potential event you don't want to appear um, on your infrastructure. But I think ISO is a great place to start.
yes.
I
Okay.
think once again, when you're starting to get into this kind of approach, it's important to accept that you will be wrong at some point. You are to make assumptions, and you have the best thing that can happen to me when I talk to a customer trying to understand how he works is to be wrong, because if I'm saying something wrong, he will correct me and give me the truth. So you need to be very very sure of what you're doing, and you need to also accept that you will be wrong at some point, but it's the only way to move forward and have the exact level of information you will get from any customer, any partner, to achieve a proper risk assessment.
Oh, nice. So, Benoit, I think that's our time for today. But I think in that 10 minutes, you shared some beautiful insights. Actually, if there is an enthusiast who's looking to develop his skills on this domain, I think it would be a great start to look at this podcast. So I'm really thankful for your time, Benoit. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you very soon. Thank you for having me once again, Daniel, and enjoy the rest of your day or your nights. Maybe you're
Yeah.
in the other
No
side
worries.
of the world. Bye,
Yeah.
Daniel. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.